discussing equilibrium level of income, output and employment. This is very important question from what point of view? Equilibrium level. So we can determine equilibrium level of income, equilibrium level of output or equilibrium level of employment in an economy. Now the question is how? First, what do you mean by equilibrium? Equilibrium is a point, it is a situation where two things are equal to each other. So here we want to find out equilibrium level of income or output or employment. So according to Keynes, we can determine equilibrium level of income or output where AD is equal to AS. AD means aggregate demand and AS means aggregate supply. So where aggregate demand of goods and services is equal to total output, that is aggregate supply, that point is known as equilibrium level of income, output or employment. So as we know that AD has two components, that is C plus I, consumption expenditure plus investment expenditure in two sector model, and AS is the sum of consumption and saving. So if we'll put these two things in this equation, AD is equal to AS, so AD is C plus I and AS is C plus S. So from this we have saving is equal to investment. So we have two approaches to determine equilibrium level of income, output and employment in the economy, and that is ADAS approach, saving investment approach, and this approach is derived from the first, that is ADAS. Clear? Before determining the equilibrium level of income, output and employment, let's see some assumptions, and these assumptions are first that we are doing this equilibrium level of income, output and employment in two sector model. It means we are taking only household and firms. So that's why we have taken AD is equal to C plus I, and this is a formula under two sector model. Clear? So the first assumption. Second, we are doing short run equilibrium. So we are determining only equilibrium in the short period, not in the long period. Third, investment expenditure. We are taking investment expenditure autonomous. It means autonomous means when investment is not influenced by income. Fourth, price level remains constant. All these are the four important assumptions. Now let's start with the first approach, ADAS approach, through which we can determine equilibrium level of income, output and employment. So according to Keynes, ADAS approach, it means we can determine equilibrium level of income where AD is equal to AS. So under this, what you need to do is AD and AS. First we will explain AD. The meaning of AD, we know it is a total, it is a value of total goods and services which is planned. So under this, first of all, you will write the meaning of AD and the formula of AD, that is C plus I, and you will explain the meaning of these two. And then AS, then you will write the meaning of AS, aggregate supply, and it has two components, consumption and saving, and it makes 45-degree angle. Okay, so let's see how do you determine the equilibrium level with the help of this approach. So where AD is equal to AS, so we can explain this approach with the help of table and diagram. Let's see. So let's see table. We want to find out the equilibrium level where AD is equal to AS. So AD we have two components, and for AS we have two components. So that's why we are making all these columns: income, consumption, saving, investment, AD and AS. So I am taking the same values which I have taken in the previous chapter while doing AD and AS. So let's see. Income 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. In consumption, we cannot start it from 0. So we will start from 10. Then increase it with the 5. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Saving, we can calculate, that is income minus consumption. Minus 10, minus 5, 0, 5, 10, 15. Then investment, we are taking autonomous investment. So I have taken 5. So it remains same, 5, 5, 5 in all the cases. AD, it is a summation of consumption and investment. So you can find out this column: 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And AS is equal to income, or it is a summation of consumption and saving. So we can calculate 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So this is a complete table. Now we need to find out the equilibrium level. So equilibrium level is a point where AD is equal to AS. So we can see that at this point when income is 30, at this point AD is equal to AS. So this is the equilibrium point where AD is equal to AS. And before this we can compare AD and AS. Here AD is more than AS, and after this point, after equilibrium, AD is less than AS. So AD is less than AS. So you will write it in the remarks. So whenever you will draw the table, you will write here that all these values are in rupees crore. Clear? And one very important point which you need to note here, that all these variables, AD, AS, investment, savings, all these points, all these variables are planned or ex ante variables. It means we can explain, we can find out equilibrium with the help of diagram also. So let's say diagram. OX represents income, output, employment. OY represents aggregate demand. So income curve or output curve, that is AS, we know it makes 45-degree angle. When AD never starts from zero, as we know, because of the autonomous consumption, and it is always above the point of origin. So it slopes upward because of the cost relation between demand and aggregate demand and income. So both the curves I have drawn, freehand curve you can draw. Now at this point where AD intersect AS, this is the point of equilibrium. Here AD is equal to aggregate supply, so this is the equilibrium point. Before this, before E, we have this triangle MOE. This shows that here AD is greater than AS, and after this it means AD is less than AS. It means E is a point of equilibrium. This is the equilibrium point, and from this we have Y. So OY is the equilibrium level of income. So our question is, find out the equilibrium level of income. If you are explaining E point, that is the equilibrium point. It is not an equilibrium level of income or output. So equilibrium level of income and output is this, that is OY. So OY is equilibrium level of income or output or employment. Clear? So disequilibrium, we have two situations where we have disequilibrium, that is before point E and after point E. So before point E, where planned aggregate demand is more than planned output, and after E, where planned demand is less than planned output. Clear? So we need to explain these 3 points. All these are the important points. Let's see. First is, when AD is equal to AS, it is an equilibrium point, and we will explain the table and diagram, okay, in this point. And next is, when AD is more than AS, these 2 points, second and third point, these 2 points are very important. You may get 6 mark question from these 2 points. Explain when planned aggregate demand is more than planned output, or when planned aggregate demand is less than planned output. Okay? When planned AD is more than planned output, that is aggregate supply, we are at this point, this triangle MOE, we are talking about this triangle. So here in this portion, AD is more than aggregate supply. So at this point, consumer and firms together would be buying more goods than the producers are willing to produce. Clear? So because producers are producing, they are willing to produce less. Because of this, as a result, planned inventory would fall below the desired level. Clear? So because inventory means stock, output, total stock will reduce. So to increase this inventory, what firms will do? They will increase the employment level, okay, and output. So they will increase this output till it is not equal to AD and AS. Third point means when planned aggregate demand is less than planned aggregate supply or planned output. So at this point they are talking about after point E. Here consumers would be buying less, but producers are willing to produce more. As a result, planned inventory would rise at this point. So to control, to reduce the inventory, to reduce the stock, firm will reduce the employment level and output until AD becomes equal to aggregate supply. Clear this point? So we need to make the adjustments if these two are not equal to each other. So we want this point in the economy where AD is equal to AS. Here next is saving and investment approach. So according to Keynes, we can determine equilibrium level of income, output or employment where saving is equal to investment. With saving, planned saving is equal to planned investment. Okay. So S is equal to I, that is the equilibrium point. So you will write the meaning of saving and investment. Then after that we can explain this approach with the help of table and diagram. So let's see table. We will take again income, consumption, saving, investment, saving. So income we know 0, 10, 20, 30, 40. Again I am taking the same values. Consumption will start from 10, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So with the help of income and consumption you can find out the saving, that is income minus consumption. So minus 10, minus 5, 0, 5, 10, 15. Investment, again I am taking the autonomous investment as we have discussed in the assumptions that we will take autonomous investment. So 5, so it remains same, constant. So according to this table, at point 30, where income is 30, here saving is equal to investment. This is the equilibrium point. Okay. So whenever you will draw the table, you will write here in rupees crore also. So at this point saving is equal to investment. Saving is 5 and investment is also 5, and this is the equilibrium level of income, that is 30. Okay. And before this point here, you can see that saving is less than investment. So this is a situation where saving is less than investment. Planned saving is less than planned investment. And here planned saving is more than planned investment. We can see saving is more than investment. So one very important point in this table, that is in this approach, that we are taking both saving and investment, both are ex ante, it means planned. So equilibrium point is a point where ex ante saving is equal to ex ante investment. Let's see the diagram. OX represents income, output and employment. OY represents saving and investment. SS is saving curve and S is a saving curve. It slopes upward because of the positive relationship between saving and income. I is a investment curve parallel to x-axis. Because we are taking autonomous investment, it remains same. E is a point where saving is equal to investment. So we know that saving curve starts below the point of origin because of the savings, and here E is a point of equilibrium where saving intersects investment curve. So this is the equilibrium point, and equilibrium level of income is, that is corresponding to point E, that is OY. This is the equilibrium level of income, output and employment. Before E point, it shows planned savings are less than planned investment, and after point E, planned saving is more than planned investments. Clear? So let's see, we have 3 points. So E is the equilibrium point, OY is the equilibrium level of income, output and employment. So we can find out equilibrium level with the help of saving investment approach, and I have drawn one more diagram, that is EDS approach. We can also find out equilibrium point. Both the points you can see are same. It means you can determine equilibrium level with the help of either the help of ADAS approach or with the saving investment approach. Clear? So first is saving is equal to investment. So when you will write the equilibrium, you will explain all the points with the table and diagram where saving is equal to investment. And second is when planned saving is more than planned investment, that is after point E. So at this point ex ante saving is more than ex ante investment. So it shows that here households are consuming less. That's why they are able to save more and more. So here households are consuming less than the firm's expectations. As a result, what will happen? Inventory will increase because producers are producing more quantity, and to reduce the inventory, to reduce the stock, what the firm will do? They would plan to reduce less. They will produce less and less quantity till saving and investment becomes equal to each other. So till they are not able to achieve OY point. Clear? Next is when saving is planned saving is less than investment. It shows the point before E, this portion where saving is less than investment. So what it shows? It shows that households are consuming more. That's why savings are less than the investment. And here firms are producing less quantity, inventory is less. So as a result, inventory would fall. To increase the inventory, what firms will do? They would plan to produce more and more, and they will produce more till saving is not equal to investment. So these 2 points are very, very important. Do these points very carefully. So in this way we can determine equilibrium level of income, output and employment. Clear? Thank you.